very quickly and off the dome, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood discussion. This ain't really a review because I ain't took nobody's notes. But I watched the episode last night, so I'm going to try to give you what I remember. K. Michelle is here. She's giving you her life story as the narration. She's like, Hollywood, well, they all got fake booties and, you know, fake hair. And I'm just saying, like, that's you, sis. That's you. That was Atlanta. That's Memphis. Like, and then she goes, my name is Kimberly. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I think everybody know what the K stand for. All of us. But she wants to be called Kimberly now. She doesn't want to go by K. Michelle anymore. Kimberly is her more reserved, more classy side. And K. Michelle is the hood booger. And I'm just saying, like, but Kimberly and K. Michelle are same girl. They're the same, honey. You ain't give us no difference with Kimberly. Anyway, she meets up with Masika, I think it was. You know, I get the Masikas and the Kalishas and the Mastodons and Macedonias and Applewoods and all the names, honey. I get them confused because I don't really watch this show religiously. But her and Brooke, was it a Brooke? A Bridget? It was a Brooke or a Bridget. I think it was a Bridget. They sit around, honey, and they talking. They discuss this girl named Paris who allegedly stole from K. Michelle. Whatever. We switch over to Nikki Baby, and she's having, you know, a Boss B brunch for all the Boss Bs. And I think Masika was there too. I don't know. Everybody would be looking. No, Masika wasn't there because Princess was there. And I've never seen Princess because I always turn off Love and Hip Hop right when Ray J gets on there. But I'm going into the season unannoyed, so I watched the whole episode. But last season, as soon as I saw Ray J, I turned off Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and didn't cut it back on no more. So I didn't see last season at all because he came on the second episode and I said, oh, that's right, Ray J on here. Click and cut it off. But anyway, I gotta get gas. What was I finna say, child? Yeah, the Boss B brunch. Princess is there. Nikki Baby is there. I think Lyrica was there. And I don't recall Lyrica looking like that. But also, I thought Lyrica was the same. Oh, you tried that? I thought Lyrica was Tammy Roman's daughter. So, I don't know. I found out that she's not Tammy Roman's daughter because she's a junior. Her mama named Lyrica too. But ain't Tammy Roman's daughter named Lyrica Anderson as well? Or am I tripping? Whatever. They sitting around and then we see Paris and I'm like, oh, Paris is sickening. She's a beautiful girl. She kind of looks like Tokyo. Go best friend. That's my best friend. Tokyo Vanity. She kind of looks like Tokyo Vanity, but it looks like she's a little bit taller. But she's beautiful. I was like, okay, go off. She walks up and they talk about, you know, K. Michelle and fraudulent things and, you know, $50. And then, you know, Princess is talking about how Masika, I think it's Masika, but I still ain't sure. Said something, and I remember this being in the blog, said that Brandy was carrying, for Ray J and Princess, carrying the baby. And, you know, Princess was real mad about that. But I'm like, but sis, who cares? For real? I mean, I know pregnant women be real particular about their pregnancies. Like, they be mad. Like, they be upset when you don't acknowledge their pregnancies or whatever. So I guess she wants the world to know she is pregnant. But it's like, girl, who really cares whether Brandy carried this baby for y'all or not? That's what I want to know. Because if Brandy carried the baby, it's still y'all baby. I don't care. But whatever. So she mad. She said, if y'all see Masika, drop a pin. You know, and drop a pin means drop the location. Let me know where y'all at. Fast forward, honey. Masika and her girlfriend, her studsman, are over there having a fashion show. And Paris drops a pin. And her excuse was, when, you know, a pregnant woman asks you to do something, you do it. So Princess Love comes on over, and some kind of way they get the microphone. And Princess was giving a very, you know, when Gucci Mane and T.I. was having that beef, and Gucci Mane gave us, you know, what kind of king? Princess was giving what kind of king lies about somebody's pregnancy and lies about being a lesbian and da-da-da-da-da. It got heated, honey. Masika done picked up a folding chair and is getting ready to hit the pregnant girl with it. She running in her excuse was the chair never came out of my hand. It never left my hand, so I didn't, you know, hit a pregnant woman. And then she said something about, you know, she may be pregnant, but, you know, she ain't pregnant in her mouth. You know, I can pop her in the mouth. Her face ain't pregnant. I was like, girl, it's too much. What else went on? Kimberly. What I don't understand, because they were at the very first scene when they were at this brunch, K. Michelle was saying that Lyrica was an hour late to her function. You know, she asked her to sing for her in New York, her album release concert, which, girl, don't the girls usually just have a cute little album release party? It don't really have to be that much of a concert, but Lyrica was allegedly an hour late. And so K. Michelle invites Lyrica over to a rehearsal and sits her down and is giving, you were an hour late to my function, and it was my album release, and you were an hour late, and I had to pay every minute you were late. And what made that so unrealistic to me was, if she was an hour late to the function and she showed up to the function, when she got there, she should have said, Kay would have said, girl, you an hour late, I didn't have to pay, they got to charge me a minute, a certain amount every minute. You an hour late. But Lyrica sitting there like, I was not an hour late. Like, oh my goodness, an hour. Like, this is the first time she's hearing about it. But y'all met up that day. So if she saw you and you were an hour late and she saw you that day, she should have said something to you that day. Because I'm the type of girl, if you an hour late, I'm like, girl, we've been sitting here an hour, where you been? That day. But whatever, they get to fighting, hollering, carrying on. Lyrica walks out, then she walks back in. K. Michelle done had to get an IV because she done got drained. And so she in there getting the IV. Lyrica walks back in. They fight. K. Michelle about to throw the IV bag at the woman. And I'm just like, this how you know you white. This man has gotten out of his car and went into the gas station, but left his car door open. Like, sis, anybody can hop in your car and take that mug on. What? White people really just, they have it all together. Because there's a real power move. Like, who gonna check them? Who gonna hop in this car and drive off? I mean, I probably would if I wasn't doing this video. Honestly, he looked like he got air conditioning. But anyway, so they having this big old fight, whatever. Then Lyrica goes over to a party. Nikki Baby and Tiara Marie were also at a party. I don't know if this was the same party, but whatever. They at a party, girl, and a stripper is there. She was doing all sorts of acrobatics, honey. She got down and did the Ashanti scoop with her booty, just drug herself across the floor with her booty. I was like, I could never, possibly never. I got too much bone back there. But she's doing all this, and she walks up to A1 and says, I'm a rapper, and I sing a little bit, and I do all of this and that. And he's like, all right, he planned to come out and not have to deal with people wanting, him to listen to their mixtape or whatever, but he gonna listen. And I'm like, if you really felt that strongly, because he had a big attitude in the confessional, I really wanted to come out and party without anybody, and I'm like, you could have just said no. But whatever, he listens to her. And she gives, a little piece of a rap. And he's like, I can't even hear you. And so she starts singing. And then he's like, oh, okay, yeah. And I'm like, but y'all in a party. Why is dead silent in this party? I don't understand. See, this is what I don't like about Love and Hip Hop. Girl, you supposed to be having a party. Y'all supposed to be talking at a party, but ain't nobody talking. They just all standing around with their drinks, moving their mouths, but they not talking. Because the way microphones work, Sweetness, is even if the girls are mic'd and they have noise canceling, and it's only, there are mics that you use for speaking and mics you use for singing. There are some mics that pick up your voice for speaking that don't pick up background noise, that kind of thing. If you even have one of those mics, if you at a loud party, it don't matter. The background noise will be picked up, which leads me to know, not to believe, to know that they was dead silent in there, but whatever. So she turns around, she starts shaking her behind. A1 throws some dollars. Lyrica busts in and talking about, he got a whole husband, what you doing? And her name was Apple Watts, and she was giving, hey, I don't want no problem. He just has wands. I'm a stripper. I just came here to strip. I saw a nigga with wands, and I just came to get the wands. Like, hey, we cool. It's cool. And Lyrica really just, because if I saw my nigga with a hussy, and that I walked up and was like, hey, what y'all doing? And she was like, hey, yeah, I'm just doing my job. I'd be like, all right, fine, whatever. Do your job, girl. Make money. Here's a couple dollars. Like, that's how I would have been, but whatever. Lyrica's mad, and she calling the girl, all sorts of names. And I think she called her a hoe or something like that, or a B. And Apple was like, this hoe is Apple Watts. This hoe is Apple Watts. This hoe is Apple Watts. And I'm like, what's going on? This hoe is Apple Watts. This hoe is Apple Watts. And I'm like, okay, go off. And that's why I remember her name, because she was over there giving you shuck and jive, carrying on. Honestly, I can't wait to see what James Caldwell has to say about Apple Watts. She looked like Tokyo Tony, to be honest, but whatever. I thought it was Tokyo Tony at first. I was like, look at Tokyo Tony scoot across the floor on her booty like this. Go off, grandmama. But anyway, Lyrica pops him in the mouth, and it's all sorts of carryings on. Ooh, he got an icy. I could go for an icy. Give me an icy. Anyway, all that carrying on, child. She done popped him in the mouth. They go outside, and she's like, first I had to deal with pinch nose, and now it's you. And apparently they call her pinch nose just in general, because he was like, K. Michelle. So he goes over to K. Michelle's house, and I I saw that scene on Twitter earlier in the day yesterday, and I really just made that be Keisha Cole, because I don't know the difference between Keisha Cole and K. Michelle, apparently. So I'm watching the video on Twitter, because Dustin posted it on his Twitter. And I'm looking at the video, and I'm like, wow, Keisha Cole is really getting read by this man with these dusty dreads. And even in the video, in hindsight, even in the video, the man said, K. Michelle is trash. And I'm still sitting here thinking this was Keisha Cole. So when I watched it later that day, last night or whatever, I was like, oh, this is K. Michelle, this ain't even Keisha Cole. I thought, but I thought wrong. He goes over there and he's giving, your vocals are trash and your album flopped. And I'm thinking, like, but if her album flopped and you worked on the album, you flopped. So y'all flopped together. Whatever. Anyway, and the episode went off. If I forgot something, put it down in the comments, and it'll just be in the comments, because I'm probably not going to come back on film and talk about it. But that's that on that. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.